So, talk to me. I mean, I heard you're coming back this weekend. You're going to come see the Memorial Harlingen game. It's a game that you know very well.
Right.
You know, what was it like? I mean, for you, I mean, you won, what, 3 games against them? Or
we played them. We played them twice, my junior and senior year.
And both times you were successful.
Right. Correct.
Yeah. I mean, you know, what was that like? I mean, how is that translated into like the next level, getting you prepared for college?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the playoff games are always big time, so you know the atmosphere at those games are always different than regular season games. So that kind of prepared a little bit. You know, when you have a lot more people in the stands and the stakes are a lot higher. So those games really helped with the experience, and obviously my junior year, obviously helped a lot when we came to my senior year because it was a complete 360, and the adversity helped as well. But those experiences, especially the playoff games, really just helped with the experience really.
Now, I mean, I've heard some good things so far, with your college career, especially academically. I've heard that you are one of, what, like 20 some seniors or 20 some players on the football team that are on the all academic list.
Right.
How have you been able to do it? Because playing football in college is a 24/7 job. I mean,
exactly.
It's really hard. And then to couple that with education, how have you been able to do that?
It's kind of one of those things that my parents have always preached, education comes first. So, I knew that once, I was going to start playing football, I was going to have to find a way to balance it out. And, at the end of the day, football is eventually going to end someday. So I got to make sure I got my, my career ahead of me. So I got to make sure that I keep, school always first. And, I've made time, as of right now, everything's going great. I've made time to balance it out perfectly. And, I just got to continue to keep pushing and keep that GPA high and, keep those grades going good.
I kind of want to talk to you about that because a lot of students down here, they kind of, they forget about the academic aspect of it. They think, I'm going to play college ball, but when they get there, they don't realize, the intensity that's there. You're up there. I mean, there's a couple guys that are playing, college ball, that's playing at the next level. But I mean, it's really hard because I mean, you're doing academically and you're on the team. You're having to do, your workouts. You're having to go, you have practice.
Right.
How have you been able to balance it? And what advice do you have for like the kids that are going to be going next year to college?
Oh, just like I said, you got to make sure education is always first because, like I said, there's a very few amount that are going to end up going to the next level after this. So you got to make sure that you've got the grades, number one. And without, it's just same as high school. You don't pass, you're not going to be able to play. You'll become ineligible at the college level if you don't keep a certain amount of GPA. So they push it here hard too at the University of Houston. They got to make sure that we're on top of our grades at every practice. And they're telling us, make sure you get your hours in of studying and make sure you continue to keep school first because it's a big deal and for not only the team but for yourself because, like I said, you got to focus on your career. And for me, it's I got to make sure I'm putting my grades first before anything.
Well, besides grades, you've got the football aspect of it. How has that football aspect been?
Oh, it's been awesome, man. I can't even describe this feeling this season has been. It's great. I get to go every day and learn from Coach Tom Herman, who won the national championship last year with Ohio State, and offensive coordinator obviously is Coach Major Applewhite, who played football at University of Texas, who was also an offensive coordinator there. So, and not only that, just the whole team has been awesome. This whole experience has been great, and we're doing great. We got to keep the train going. I know in about 2 weeks we're going to meet up with Brandon Cologne and his Navy team, so that's going to be a fun experience as well to see him on the other side of the ball.
Oh wow, that's crazy! I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was actually watching the Top 25 show, and I just thought in my mind, like, got Navy, Brandon Cologne there, they're ranked 16, and of course we got Omar Hunter at Notre Dame, who's ranked 4. So I just thought that was a pretty cool deal with, all 3 Valley players on the team in the top 20. So
Wow.
That's awesome. I'm sure those guys are enjoying the experience as well. So it's just been great, man.
Well, and you're redshirting this year, but you've got, Major Applewhite there, and, you kind of have to be that when you're, a redshirt quarterback. I imagine you're getting a lot of reps with the scout team, and then,
right, yeah.
But, with Major Applewhite, you have to be kind of unselfish because you realize that Major Applewhite was probably one of the most unselfish quarterbacks Texas has ever seen because, he was the ultimate team player there. What's that like playing under him?
Oh, it's awesome because, I mean, he can always tell us about some of the things he learned, and he gives us advice, on certain things that have happened and how to handle certain situations, and coming from a player who knows it all, has been there, has played at the biggest level, has been through everything. So it's cool having, that experience in him to kind of pass down to us. And, if we ever need anything, there's nothing that he can't tell us has happened to him when it comes to football and stuff like that. So it's just awesome having a coach like him, of course, Tom Herman. So all of that is great.
So let me ask you this. You've talked about your, kind of the career aspect of it. What you want to do post college. What is that?
Well, the best way I can explain it is, the Cavazos Sports Institute, CSI.
Yeah.
That's kind of my goal, man. I kind of want to open up my own facility, maybe in the southern part of the valley. We don't have anything like that down there. Kids from Harlingen have to drive 45 to an hour all the way up to go see him, who, of course, is doing an amazing job. I trained with him, for a couple of years, and I've just kind of grown. I've always loved sports, and I just don't see myself doing anything else. So, that's what I'm studying right now. I'm studying kinesiology, exercise science, and I eventually want to, open up my own facility, maybe also train some quarterbacks down there in the valley, kind of be like the George Whitfield of the valley because, I can, offer kids my experience as well, So that's kind of what I want to get into. I want to open up my own facility, train athletes of all ages, girls and boys, and, train quarterbacks as well, man. And that's really what my goal is and my dream is when it's all said and done.
Wow, that's really great. I actually didn't know that. I knew that, I knew that you were studying your butt off and you had your GPA was over 3 because you're on the all academic team. But I didn't realize that, your ambitions were going that way.
Right. Yeah, that's
cool.
What it is, man. That's what it is.
Well, let me ask you this. With redshirting, you still have your eligibility. Where would you like to see yourself in, the next few years with the team? Where do you see yourself?
We obviously all of us, that are redshirting, we each have goals of one day playing. So, wherever, I'm just going to continue to do, what is asked of me, continue to work my butt off, continue to train hard, and, hopefully, the coaches see that and they see, this kid's a redshirt. They see that he's willing to put in extra work, even a year, 2 years, 3 years, however long it takes, I'm willing to put the work in and, we'll see where it leads me. And, maybe down the line, we'll see if we can get some playing time here. If not, we'll see what else happens. But right now I'm just enjoying my time here at the University of Houston, learning from, all these great coaches and just enjoying everything right now. So, like I said, to answer your question, I see myself, like we all see ourselves one day playing. So
that's cool. Do you still keep in touch with Sean Salisbury, who was one of who helped train you? A couple summers. At least I got to see him there in Harlingen. Do you still keep in touch?
Oh yeah, of course. I always keep in touch with Coach Salisbury. He helped me all. I think was it last. During the summer I was training with them, so I continue to keep up with Coach Salisbury. I'll tell him maybe every once in a while we can get a couple of training sessions in during the season, but other than that, we chit chat with him a little bit just about football and about personal stuff. He's a great mentor to have, and so continue to have a relationship with him for sure.
Okay. Well, going back, let's go back to our first part of the conversation.
Yeah.
The McAllen Memorial Harlingen game. We're actually broadcasting it live. It's going to be with Fox Sports Southwest. But
yeah, I saw that.
it's one of the bigger games that we're going to have. Well, it's the only Valley game we have. It's one of the bigger games this weekend.
Yeah.
What are your predictions for that game?
My predictions are that Coach Gomez is obviously, I stand firm in thinking he's the best coach in the Valley, and he knows how to put different schemes up to stop the best. I feel like I'm repeating myself because I had an interview after my Cal Memorial game my senior year, and I just, said that he knows how to, game plan and put his players in the right positions to win and be successful. So, I'm predicting that Harlingen's going to, stop that running back they have and hopefully get to the third round in a couple of years because whenever my junior, senior year, we had a couple of tough losses in the second round. So it would be nice to see them get past second round and go to the third round for sure. But it's going to be an exciting game, man. I know that running back's really good. He's progressed big time from when we played him. So it's going to be an exciting game, but I see the Cardinals, pulling them out in a tough game. So, we'll see what happens.
Well, it's nice that you're actually going to have a chance to come down and actually see your alma mater.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
So, and speaking of, one last thing. You mentioned Notre Dame and Omar Hunter.
Right.
Do you guys ever get to talk?
Oh, yeah, man, I'll text him. We'll text each other during the season, just, congratulate how we're each doing and how successful our programs are. And I told him, hopefully we can meet up each other and, I'm not trying to look ahead, but maybe we can meet up in a big-time bowl game or something. But, of course, I'm rooting for them to make the playoff, and that would be awesome for Omar to experience that. But if not, we'll see if maybe we can meet each other in the bowl game. I know, like I said, in 2 weeks we're playing Cologne, so that'll be another cool thing with him and Navy. So.
All right. Well, hey, you got to save us some time this weekend at the game, so that way we can get, catch up and find out a little bit more about, your U of H life and, how it's going.
Yeah, man, sounds good. I'll probably be on the phone again, so I'll probably just text you or something where I'm at or, all that stuff. So sounds good, man.
All right. Well, hey, I appreciate you taking the time to talk to me tonight, and best of luck, and we'll see you on Friday.
No problem, man. Sounds good. God bless.
All right. Thanks, man. Bye.
See you.